One of my favorite things about this room is the way how all the the furniture was placed. It just gives this feeling of symmetry and comfortness. So as you can see, the couch has the same thing on the right and has the same thing on the left. So this just helps the eye to give like a better appreciation of things. Sometimes if we just put one thing on one side, it doesn't receive the same attention as if you are putting the same thing on the other side. In this case, I got these 3 mirrors here. There were like one set, like there were only three. But if I will just place them like that, it will just have look like just very, very small and tiny. So what I did is I just add the same set on the other side, and it just looks more complete. And it looks actually like it's built into the house as little windows. So I really like this detail. And they were like super cheap. They were like $13 per set. So this is definitely a cheap update to a house. Especially if your house is kind of dark, you can add mirrors that will reflect the light. In this case, I have a window in front of them, and it just completely reflects the light to the room, especially because I don't have an electric outlet here to place a light fixture there. So these ones are definitely a great solution for it. And whenever it gets dark, if I turn on the lamps that I have below them, it just reflects more the light, right? So that's a big trick that I've learned. Another big trick that I've learned through all my research and like inspiration pictures from Pinterest is to color coordinate a room or the entire house. For example, this room, I just have it completely under the same color scheme, which is blues, grays, and white, and just the addition of the wood. So as I like to make the analogy is like wearing jeans, right? You can wear jeans and you can put any color you want on top. So it is the same with wood. You can put any wood and you can just add as many colors as you want. So in this case, this is my favorite color scheme, more clean, more like bleach looking type, right? So this was actually one of my biggest challenges, because whenever we bought this house 2 years ago, I wanted to make it feel like it was our home, right? So my husband and I, we have like completely opposite taste. He is very colorful. He loves, blues, reds, and, green and everything. And I'm completely more modest when it comes to colors. So that was my challenge, to try to make it feel like a home to him as well, even though it was furnished under my style. So how did I accomplish that? Well, what I did, it was just add some of his favorite things, or like just things that will remind him what he is and what he likes. So those items, you can find them actually on this little shelf that this bookshelf, we purchased it at IKEA. So it was like a less than $70 bookshelf, and I just love it because it just summarizes what we are as a couple. So in the first one, you can see we have our like picture with our like whenever we got married, and it just and I just kept like the same colors as I mentioned, the blues, the wood, the white, and just like paintings that just relates us to experiences we've lived together. In this case, he loves history, so there's books, there's a clock because he loves time, and he likes cameras, and this is just like a nice addition. So you always have to balance what you're putting in the shelf. For example, in this middle one, I have the perfect example. This is the rule of 3 that I've learned. So if you're gonna put one like heavy thing on one side, you gotta compensate it with the same weight, right? Sometimes we don't have the same thing, so we will have to add like 2 different items that will attract the same attention as this one here. So in this case, I have the clock here that is very bright, very gold, but on the other side, I have these two beautiful these two beautiful pieces that balance the brightness of this clock here. So in here again, is just part of what we are here. So this truly is a big success of this living room, is a bookshelf, because it's just part of us, and it completely gives a big picture to the people that comes and visit us, who we are and what we are. So that's a big thing. Whenever your home is your style, and whenever it yells who you are. So that's definitely something that gives a plus, and I always get really compliments about these little things. So it is a big success, and I'll just show you that also the way that you place your furniture, it plays a big role on how the conversation works whenever you have guests at home. So you always want it to look inviting. You always want to have it open to conversation. So the way that you have to place your furniture is as like everybody is involved in the conversation. So these 2 chairs in this case are pointing to our main couch, just to invite for the conversation. So another trick to make this couch look comfortable, if I take these pillows off, the couch will look very cold and very rigid. So that's when accessories play a big role on comfortness and coziness. So even though I bought this couch and it would just look very plain, I just bought like really nice pillows, and one trick that I've learned is you kind of like hit them in half there, boom, it looks more comfortable, right? So one of the things also that this pillow does, it is that it adds softness to the couch. Why? Because it has these really nice shaped flowers or leaves that it's like it kind of cuts the sharpness of the couch itself. The same thing is just adding texture to it by like putting like like this very texture fabrics. This pillow has like a bunch of like little flowers, and it just looks so soft and romantic. And of course you always have to throw that blanket there, right, to make it feel like you'll be warm in this couch no matter what. So that's it for the arrangement of the furniture. Also, I want to mention that these tables I bought, they were like $35, a $35 deal, the 3 of them at a estate sale. I just love them. I saw it on Craigslist and I was like, these are just perfect. So once again, we just come down to all the items you will need, or like the furniture you will need. It will come to you. So don't rush it. Take your time to really pick what you need, and don't buy just to furnish something, because at the end of the day, it just won't work. So take your time to furnish your house, and just learn, mix and match. Sometimes you have to buy like new stuff like this couch, but also you can just add nice, like used furniture, and it just adds this additional like comfortness and home feeling sense to the house. So I hope you like this video, and if you like it, please comment below what else you would like me to show you about my house, and I hope you have a nice day.